Clover Nolac, lactose-free milk that lets you enjoy dairy again. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and of course it is our Tuesday cook-along where the show is so good that we do all of the cooking during the ad breaks. all of the talking during the show. Okay, so here's what you missed. What happened here during the ad break? I left with an empty pot just with oil, and I came back and there's a chowder. Okay,
so we chopped up the leeks, we've thrown them into the oil, we've also thrown some garlic in there, a bay leaf, we just chucked all our potatoes in, and now we're going to throw in the last thing to add to the creamy chowder, which is our Nolac lactose-free milk.
Amazing.
We're going to use about 3/4 worth, because that's about 3 cups.
Yeah. I like it. You know what? For a baker, you like to cook by just having a look and just throwing it.
I do.
And a baker should be the opposite of that. Okay, but this looks insane. What can I stir with? I like to give everything a good stir. So do you. Okay.
So do you want, while you're giving that a stir, so we've got, and this is probably one of my favorite things to add, you could either make this a corn chowder, so where you add corn to the base and blend that through, but we actually want to char corn because there's something so beautiful about this
actual corn in a corn chowder, of course.
I love how you learn every time.
No, because there's also clam chowder. Is there corn in a clam chowder?
If it was a corn clam chowder, so that's your chowder doesn't necessarily need to be a corn base, but we want to add this at the end. So you want to get your pot really hot with some oil, and then it's corn. It's gonna pop, so it can get quite dangerous. So what you want to do? Don't worry. This is what you do. Make sure your lid is actually on. And we're gonna let that actually just cook.
Can I ask a silly question? If that starts popping, does it turn into popcorn?
No.
No.
They need to be dry.
All right. We're going to take a quick call. Let's quickly chat to Cabela. Hi, Cabela. How are you?
Hi, Jimmy. I'm great.
Good. What's your question or your comment, my sweetheart?
Oh, I just wanted to ask Samara if he was nervous during his first audition, and if he were, how did he overcome his nerves? And secondly, the second question I have is, did he feel confident enough to tell himself that he made it or not for the audition?
All right, well, he's heard you, so go for it. Good question. Thank you so much, Cabello.
I actually didn't hear him very clearly, but I figured that he's talking about getting over nerves for auditions.
Yes, and were you really nervous the first time you auditioned? And did you have that belief in yourself that you were going to achieve it?
So the first time I auditioned, I was not nervous. I think, like I was saying to you earlier, when something is for you, it's for you. There are certain auditions that I'll be nervous for, or I'll feel like I fluffed because I realize that maybe, the universe is telling me that it's not where I'm meant to be.
Yeah.
But when something is for me, there are no nerves. However, it's always good to be slightly nervous.
Yeah.
And those are the good nerves that keep you on your toes. Yes. So, I mean, obviously, before even a show, you get slightly nervous because, you want to do good. However,
that's your adrenaline.
Yes, that's the adrenaline that comes in. However, those what's that English word? Debilitating?
Debilitating?
Yes. So those debilitating nerves, no, I don't have those. I just have that little thing in my stomach, because I'm excited and there's the adrenaline. And with regards to, getting over nerves for an audition, I think channel them. Rather try to channel them into a good nerves.
Yeah.
I always say, if you're meant to be there, it's going to happen.
Exactly.
It's going to work.
Yep.
What's meant for you will never pass you.
Yes.
Some of the best advice I've ever received. Okay.
So you saw me steal the pot away from you guys. So what you want to do, so this is a chowder, so this is actually going to be smooth at the end of the process.
He wants to operate the heavy machinery.
And can I tell you why I'm so excited? This almost has like a safety lock on it. So
Really?
Thanks.
It's like I saw you take it and I was like, we'll be fine. So I'm gonna pop this on. So you've got to make sure with this basically that your potatoes are cooked through. So you can steam that off partially before, which is what we've done. So it's not just all magic. We did some prep before. And then we want to get this really just nice and smooth before we add our mussels and our haddock to it. So
if you're going to give it to Samora, I recommend you put the child lock.
Luckily it goes back on.
It's the shade of it all. I mean, it's a forest full of shades.
Okay, we've got another caller on the line, actually. Everybody wants to speak to Samora today. Hi, how are you? What's your question or comment?
Hi, I'm September.
Thanks.
Hi, September.
Njani, sweeter than Corabella.
Ubuso wami smoother than a posh Panamera.
I wish sure I knew what was saying.
And most kakhulu for the inspiration. You are absolutely amazing. I've been following you from the days of Hectic 99 and to see you growing from strength to strength. It's absolutely amazing. You are walking at your own pace. You are walking at your own lane. No matter how wide the lane is, you're just making sure that you are incomparable. Thank you so much. You just like, for me, like I'm trying to be on the tennis space, but I know that won't like happen now. But like it's just like such an inspiration. So when you think about like, you know what? I know that Samora from Hectic 99 to GP, and that's like absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the inspiration. I absolutely love you.
Quick question, isn't it Tambabani?
Jula.
Got you, bruh. Sharply, thank you so much for calling.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. All right, the kitchen is cooking. We've got our mussels in our creamy base now.
So we've popped our mussels and our haddock in. Okay. So now this is where we'll cook it. And you'll see mussels generally just take a few minutes until they start to open. The haddock's already smoked, so that's not going to take too long.
How do you know when this is done, when the mussels are open?
The mussels will open, yeah. Okay. And your haddock will go white, so it'll turn from that opaque colour to actually white fleshy fish.
Now, you've been very quiet and very busy in this corner, but now so much action has gone down here. So what exactly is in that bowl?
So in this bowl is some rice wine vinegar, some parsley, some rosemary, some lemon zest, and a lot of garlic, because we all love garlic. Yeah. And we're going to make a garlic bread that we're going to eat with our chowder. So I've just mixed all of it together. And then we've just...
garlic bread.
So when it comes to garlic bread, do you just put the garlic on top, or do you infuse it when you're making the bread?
I'm a bit greedy when it comes to my garlic bread in the sense that I like a lot of garlic on it. So if I was doing this just for me, I would like pack the inside with garlic as well. And
Yeah,
the top.
but now I think butter in there and then shove garlic in each pocket.
Could just take a whole clove and just shove it on in there.
Yeah, I'm down for that,
Definitely.
because then you'd never get sick as well. Garlic is that thing that makes you not get sick ever.
But also, another thing about garlic bread.
Immune system.
Another thing about garlic bread that with regards to infusing it, I don't like having just bread and then garlic on top. So I want it to be like really in there.
Yeah, now you've heard, because now you're cooking for him. And the garlic's all on top of the bread.
Unfortunately, I had a limited amount. So right now, it's a garnish. So it goes on the top. But generally, it goes in.
I'm pretty sure I've got a friend that lives here in Sea Point that's got, some cloves of garlic.
But you know what the nice thing is about this? Is that this kind of bread you're going to use to dunk.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't need it to be too garlicky, because that's already going to be full of flavour.
No, I got that.
And there's like 10 cloves of garlic in there anyway.
Oh, in here?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So, are you very close? So, I mean, your mom was obviously like a massive, massive supporter to you in your life.
Massive supporter, massive influence.
What was your life like growing up? What kind of a little boy were you? I can imagine naughty.
No, not even. I was a very quiet little boy. I remember in my preschool, the headmaster, Mrs. Ashlager from Claytoroki Preschool, she was giving out our certificates, and she hugged me and she said, "This is literally the best gentleman that I have in my school." Yeah.
But you know why I think that you're such an inspiration to a lot of young boys out there is because you grew up in the township and you went to school in the suburbs. So I think I heard you were bullied a little bit at school and a bit picked on. So the fact that you were able to turn out as you are now, facing whatever you did as a kid.
I mean, the bullying didn't necessarily happen at school. I think it happened mostly where I was living. I grew up in Tanzania, 300, 8, and I was a very quiet child in the sense that, like, I kept to myself, I stayed at home. So I think a lot of kids felt that I'd disbambele up, and I think I'm all that.
Yeah, they thought you were too good.
Yes. And I remember I was coming back home. I think I was about 11 at the time. I'd just come from catching a taxi. And there were these guys behind me that were making fun of me. I got home, when I took off my blazer, there was a huge gob of, like, green spit on the back of my blazer. And that was when my mom was like, "You know what? No, peace out.
People are the worst.
Yeah, but I do think that experience, growing up in the township and also being in the suburbs, it kind of shaped my personality. Because there's that part of me that's like, and then there's also the part of me that's like, Good afternoon and welcome.
Well, we love having you here. Thank you so much for bringing all of that amazing energy into our kitchen. This is looking sensational. Garlic bread looks good to go. There's going to be corn actually chucked in our chowder. Obviously, that might happen during an ad break. And remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. Better yet, join in on the challenge. Use the hashtag #NolacChallenge and feel the difference. Seriously, it's amazing. You could also stand the chance to win yourself a fabulous Nolac hamper to the value of 1,000 Rand. Go to the Clover Nolac Facebook page and click on the link provided to enter the competition. And just in case you missed out on how we made making this delicious dish, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.